Hello, I'm Andy.
I'm Nancy.
Welcome back. You should show your shirt for Allison.
Oh. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, I knew I'd get your boobs in the shot. Beautiful sunny day again in Colorado. Our batteries made it to 100% yesterday with a couple hours to spare. We ran some electric heat last night, so this morning we were down to 49%. I don't know what we actually got down to. It was 49% when the sun came up. But we were still running electric heat and only bringing a couple hundred watts in. Now we're bringing like 1600 watts in and doing great. I don't think we're using, no, dishwasher's going right now. I don't know, I just go see what the batteries are at. But what I really want to do is get all 12 panels hooked up. I know I have enough wire to make the job work. I might have to run two 12 gauge strands together as one wire. I know I don't have a circuit breaker, but I'd like to have both my Growatts going and using all my solar panels. So even if it's just temporary, which I haven't used that word much lately. I've been doing everything proper for a while, so maybe it is time for a temporary video. I'd like to get all the power from those, and I'm going to see if I have what I need to get it. If not, at least I know next time I head to town what I will need to get those hooked up. See what I have for supplies first, and let's get to work. 500 feet of 12 gauge. I got like a 32 foot piece of 8 gauge and what was it, 23 feet of 8 gauge. I was using the 8 gauge for the jumpers between them. They were originally 10 gauge wires, and 10 gauge would work for the jumpers between them. 10 gauge would technically work for bringing it down. 12 gauge is a size too small, but if I doubled up a 12 for the negative and I run the, it's definitely gonna be temporary because I don't have the right circuit breaker. I don't think I'm gonna drill any holes in the roof or go down through the bus. I think I'm gonna run it like when we were at a campground last year when I first hooked up the panels. I ran the, I should do it this way. I ran the wires just outside the bus and then in through the bottom of the bus, and it worked, and it showed me that the panels worked, and then I pulled them wires down a couple weeks later and we ran them inside the bus like they're supposed to be run. Well, mostly how they're supposed to be run. They're not hitting the walls yet. Now that the batteries are in their final location, now that the Growatt's in its final location, I could fully run those two wires too. That's not important. They're doing their job. Let's get these other four to work. I know I'm gonna have to make some jumpers. Hate to make the jumpers out of the long one to make it so I have two that are too short. I think I'm gonna make the jumpers out of my shorter piece of 8 gauge. Yeah, I'll figure out where the end is, coming down to the batteries there, right at the back of the front, two small ones. Yeah, we'll figure this out. I should have them all working. Let's go see what the sun's doing and what the battery looks like anyway, with just the 8 going. 1.3 kilowatts going in. Watch me go the wrong direction. Batteries at 55%. 53.1 volts. The second Growatt that's not hooked up yet. And there's the batteries. Hopefully it's not too windy. I'm up on the roof. I'm going to hook up the final 4 panels. I don't have the proper circuit breaker for it. I haven't come up here for the last couple days because I've been putting it off. I don't have an address to send it to right now. I will in less than a week. So I've been kind of putting it off. But you know what? Half the job is permanent. Hooking up the panels to each other, making the jumpers for it. That's something I have to do and have to do it permanently. It's just the wires from here to the utility room, I guess, that would be temporary, and yeah, I can deal with that. 3/4 of what I'm doing up here is permanent. I might as well get up here and get some work done. It's a beautiful place not to work though. Everything's taped up underneath there. I think I thought I could reach underneath and I'll just pull it off, and yeah, not happening. Times like this I miss having metal clothes hangers all the time. Plastic ones you can't bend to whatever shape you want. I'll figure something out. I'll be back. I did find a tool I think I can grab a hold of the wires with, so it's just blue masking tape. It shouldn't be that hard to pull off. Cool, that says positive. That's a plus. I don't want that. I gotta figure something else out. I think I got it figured out now. I gotta snake this through this direction. Glasses blow off the roof. There. It's windy. I don't know what I'm gonna sound like up here. I got these two out. I got to snake the 4 wires out on the front 2 panels, and I don't know if I have the crimper tool. I have these really nice crimp connectors, but I had bad luck with one. I think I didn't get the metal thing clipped in all the way. Now it has me a little bit hesitant. I've used them since. They worked really well. I made sure they were clipped together all the way. For right now, this I think I might just solder. We'll see how it goes. But I got 4 more wires to fish out, and then I'll worry about it. Look at that good news. 2 of them are fished out and already connected together. So that just means I have 2 more to fish out. I can handle that. Speaking of handling, there's where I don't think I got it clipped all the way together within the connector, and that kind of made me nervous. But looking at the color of this box after a year, I don't think it's as UV protecting as it was made out to be in the description. But what I'm going to need to do here, now is as good a time as any. I'm going to need a second one of these. I don't need one of these. And then I need, instead of coming together and coming together, I basically need another one of each of those. So I have the 2 combining, and I'll have them going into one, then I'll have the other one coming in going into one. So I'll only need 3 fuses and 2 of these circuit breakers. So all I really have to do is buy 1 more of these circuit breakers, then I got 2 more of these bus bars, and then a better box. Then I'll reuse all of this stuff. Live and learn. I should have just bought all the pieces separately, but I had a lot of decisions to make at the time I bought that combiner box. I didn't know if I needed, I thought I could put them all together in one too. I didn't realize because of different voltages and different panels. I learned a lot as I went, just the way it goes. Maybe I wasted a little bit of money, but most of those components are still going to be used. I'm just going to build my own box now using these components and I guess 3 new components. All components I would have otherwise needed, so not too big of a loss. So I ended up with a positive, a negative, and a negative. So I'm going to have to run a jumper wire from one of those